Want to find out what happened to a duck who decided not to fly south with his family for the winter? He wanted to keep playing with his friends at the pond, especially the beavers and otters. Then he had to face the cold snowy winter. What will happen to him? Find out in the series, The Story of Googala Duck. Here's a short introduction to each book. The Story of Googala Duck, saying goodbye for the winter. Googala Duck lived on the banks of a beautiful pond in a meadow with his parents, his brothers Donnie and Scoop, and his sisters Dolly, Waddles and Dipper. The 6 little ducks were born in the spring, and they soon followed their parents, Mama and Papa Duck, around in the water. They lined up like little soldiers behind them, as they swam around the pond before returning to their island for the night. Googala and his family loved the days they spent swimming around the pond. And most of all, Googala loved playing with his brothers and sisters. They spent their days swimming and chasing flying bugs across the water. And best of all, they dove to the bottom of the pond and pretended they were catching the giant rainbow fish. The Story of Googala Duck. Getting through the winter. For a few days, Googala Duck had fun playing in the pond as usual. He swam around, chased flying bugs across the water, and dove to the bottom of the pond looking for the giant rainbow fish. This is fun, he thought. It's just like always, though it's a little lonely without my friends around. However, as Googala played, he noticed that his other friends Mr. Muskrat, Billy Beaver and Joey Otter weren't around. In fact, he noticed that no one else was at the pond. How odd, he thought. I wonder where everyone went. The Story of Googala Duck. Encounter with a hunter. After Googala Duck couldn't find a place to stay with his friends, who had created their nests for the winter, he walked through the cold dark forest looking for a place to spend the night. He shivered as the howling wind whipped around him. Oh, why did I stay here? He thought to himself. I know I should be strong and brave. But I'm so scared. As Googala trudged along, the snow turned to hail, and he felt colder than ever. Then he saw a light in the clearing of the forest. He shook the snow and ice off his wings and flew towards the light. The Story of Googala Duck. Help from an owl. After leaving the hunter's cabin, Googala Duck was still not sure if he had a lucky escape from being cooked for dinner, or if he was tricked into leaving by a dog who wanted him gone. He just knew he couldn't go back. Now Googala had to find shelter, since the evening sky was turning to night, and it was becoming colder and colder. What can I do? Googala thought, as he flapped his wings harder and harder to go even faster. The Story of Googala Duck. Spring in the pond. Now that it was spring again, Googala Duck was eager to return to the pond. He also felt proud of himself, since he had been able to survive the cold harsh winter. I was able to be strong and brave, he thought. So I got through snowstorms and hail. I found a friend who helped me. Though I should have gone south with my parents, I overcame many problems and survived. As Googala flew over the pond, he noticed some of his old friends were getting ready for spring. Billy Beaver and his father Brownie Beaver were busy cleaning up their nest and concealing their secret door with leaves. But Billy Beaver and Joey Otter were eager to talk to him. Want to read more? You can find each of these books on Amazon or Kindle, or visit our website at googaladuck.com and get the book there. For more information, J.P. Michaels Publishing, Dublin, California. jpluff48@gmail.com. www.googaladuck.com